Overwatch 2 patch 34.238, and then it's like season 9 or whatever. They did the crazy things. They did crazy things. Let's watch the reactions to these new crazy zany changes. Oh no. Oh no. What did they do? Now, with all this talk and discussion happening about these changes, you might be like, oh, they changed so much. Well, I'll have you know, they just added some crosshair, they added some reticles, and they added some new colors. They also might have reworked the entire game as we know it and changed the entire competitive system for the 5th time. Wait, what? So, I'm sure you've heard the changes a million times by now, so I'm just going to speedrun through some of the controversial ones real quick.
They increased the size of almost every projectile. They increased the health of every hero, ranging from 25 to 100 HP. They made it so DPS passive is now a Grievous Wounds type thing, where it reduces healing by 20%. They made a regeneration passive. After 5 seconds, every hero in the game will regenerate 20 HP per second.
I don't understand why I'm still getting hate.
After reading dozens and dozens of Reddit comments and Blizzard forum posts, I can confirm my mental health is down the drain. But I can also compile most of the criticism down to 2 points. That being, tank still has no impact, and the hitbox changes water down the game and make it so that aim does not matter. Now that we've got the Redditors and the Blizzard forum complainers out of the way, we can go on to the content creators are people just like us, so of course they had their complaints.
Dude, this season as a tank player makes me want to eat glass.
And their clickbait. But overall, they actually had pretty nuanced takes, such as tank has no impact and aim matters less. And counter swapping's really annoying. It's really annoying. That's coming from me too. I'm not really a content creator. Monetizing.
Ain't nothing like a phone gimme.
Season 9 had a lot of good changes to it. First of all, competitive finally got reworked, and there was a rank reset. And I know what you're thinking. We've been asking since Season 1 of Overwatch 2. And then they said it would take too long for everyone to get back to their ranks. And then the competitive was broken for 8 seasons. And now they decided to do it. But, you know, late is better than never. So, good job, Overwatch. Speaking of being late, the Overwatch team finally nerfed supports. And I know what you're thinking. They didn't nerf any supports. But the DPS passive does indirectly nerf supports. By making less healing happen, it makes them use more abilities. The less health tank, and then the Kiriko Suzu. Whoosh. Less one-shots. There's less one-shots. They halved the one-shots by increasing the health to 250. Which as a Hanzo main pisses me the Overall, great change, Overwatch team. Though please fix Hanzo. Just do something. Make it faster shooting. The game's more fun, okay? The game's just more fun. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why. Even Samito agrees. He fucking hated the changes, and he thinks they're more fun.
What this patch was art.
It's just better. Why is it better? Can't really pinpoint it. I have a theory, though. It's because the hitbox... Before we even talk about those things, I want to talk about the movement. The pure, raw movement of Overwatch. Because it's very different from almost any other modern first-person shooter. And when I talk about the movement of Overwatch, I mean the fundamentals. Not some Tracer blinking 64 times, not Genji dashing 89 times. No, nothing crazy. Just the fundamental movement of Overwatch. Here, as an example, let's use 80 strafing, let's say Paladins, right? In Paladins, when you press the A key, it gradually increases speed until you hit maximum acceleration. And then when you press the D key, it reduces that speed and then starts building speed in the other direction. It's just AD strafing, right? Now let's look at Overwatch. As you can see, when you strafe, there is no gradual speed up. Acceleration is instant. And while you as a more experienced Overwatch player might be able to keep up with this fast-paced movement, newer players and lower skilled players can't. And the reality of the situation is, a lot of new players got turned away by the extremely high mechanical skill floor of Overwatch. Which sounds ridiculous. Have you seen those hitboxes? but it kind of makes sense. I mean, take a minute to look at some of the things a more experienced Overwatch player will keep track of subconsciously. Character knowledge, ability timings, positioning, understanding, visual clutter, ability knowledge, map layouts, ult timings, ability interactions, let's say Doom Punch versus Rhine Charge, understanding each status effect, knowing when to take space, matchup knowledge, role knowledge, team comp knowledge, meta knowledge, enemy awareness, such as like knowing where a Widow is on the map, and understanding each sound each gun makes, each sound each ability makes. You get the point. I mean, I'm sure if I played this sound, you know exactly what that is instantly. What about this one, or this one, or this one? You know what all of those sounds are, just because you wasted your fucking life on this. I actually kind of get this knee-jerk reaction of, oh my gosh, they're increasing the hitbox size. The skill ceiling's gonna get lowered. My mechanics won't matter. Because that was kind of my knee-jerk reaction when I heard about the changes. But if you actually take a second to think about it, that makes zero fucking sense. Also, I lied. My knee-jerk reaction was, wait, Hanzo can't one-shot? He's gonna... Also, back to this notion of skill ceiling got reduced. And no, it didn't. Think about it. The change is unilateral. Every player gets this hitbox buff, meaning GM players get more accuracy, and so do bronze players. And GM players aren't hitting 100% accuracy. So, no skilling decrease. No skill... So, in conclusion, the hitbox changes are good. Tanks still ass. Watch watch that guy's video on it. It's really good. They need to make some tweaks to certain characters to make the hitbox changes really kind of perfectly work. But hopeful. I'll say the game's more fun than ever, in my opinion. I mean, Blizzard, just keep this up, please. Keep updating the game quickly. I seen you fucking buff Malga and then instantly, uh-oh.